this could be an event where we do see him kind of step on Scotty James a little bit, you know, with the creativity and the flow. So honestly, I'm buttoned in and I can't wait to see what happens.
All right, well, don't go anywhere. Much more to come here from the Dew Tour, the team challenge. We're going to bring the skiers in, and they're going to conquer that slopestyle section as well. Stick around.
Welcome back to Copper Mountain Dew Tour 2020. We are here at the Team Challenge. We got the snowboard crew out of the booth, and now it's time to kick off the first leg of the Ski Team Challenge here. Return of the Dew Tour here to Colorado. Welcome, everyone. My name's Jimmy Coleman, sitting here in the booth. I got Tom Wallish down here to my far left, and we have a special guest in the booth out here today, a guy who was the Slopestyle champion the last time we did Dew Tour out here. We've got none other than Evan McEachran. Evan, welcome to the booth, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. It's definitely interesting to put myself in your guys' shoes for a change today and watch from afar.
You get to take a little breather. You guys were going to have a slopestyle qualifier earlier today, but due to some weather, you get to kick back. Now you get to play TV host.
Yeah, it's exciting. I'm excited.
What do you think about the slopestyle course? Is it pretty good out there?
It's really good. They've got an interesting rail section this year that's kind of just like a skate park. There's options all over the place, transitions, jump section. Had a little bit of trouble, but Snowpark Tech did some modifications and made it perfect. So looking forward to Saturday.
Well, let's talk about this team challenge. We changed it up a little bit here for 2020. This time around, each one of the teams that are represented, it's a ski brand, but this time around you have a male and a female competitor on your team out here. So we started off here on the Slopestyle course, then we move over to pipe, and we've added a new element to this one this year, Tom, with street.
Yeah, very cool. And I love the addition, man, woman, a little bit of everything. So everybody competing together. And the teams, I mean, it's so fun. Like, even with the weather today, we might not be able to see these guys go off some of the bigger jumps, but we're going to see some great action on the rails, just having a good time. You got, like, team captains like Will Berman, somebody you'd never see in the Dew Tour Slopestyle, but, like, out here cheering everybody on. It's just good vibes with the team event.
So taking a look at Team Atomic right here, you got Fabian Bush, who's going to go last here on the Slopestyle side of things, but they got a pretty heavy lineup there in pipe and street as well, Tom.
Yeah, so much going on. I mean, hopefully the snow can hold up a little. We might have a POW day out here tomorrow, but hopefully it's pretty nice today and these guys can have fun on the rails. We'll get the modified pipe in. Then the street side will finish off. That course is looking good.
Well, basically this is how it works out here. The Ski Team Challenge, each one of these teams are going to compete in the 3 sections that we just mentioned. As we said before, we have a male and a female competitor per team out here this year. They're going to get 2 runs per section. It's the better of your 2 runs that counts, and basically how that works, they're going to total those scores together, and it's your combined section points that are going to get your overall team score that are hopefully going to have you walking out of here the victor this year in the Ski Team Challenge. We are going to start it off as we go up top here with Team Volkl, and out of New Hampshire, it's Grace Henderson who's going to get the party started for us here today, fellas.
Evan, this is you. You got to call this run. Let us know
All
how
right,
it's going.
there we go. Left 2 onto the first rail, making it off to the end. Pretty nice. Little straight slide there. I think she slid both ways.
Yep, both ways. Which of these rails is the most difficult in this like little rail setup here, Evan?
I was
wall
struggling.
ride, that wall ride looks really big.
I mean, it's hard for speed, and also there you go, nice back 4 out there.
Nice.
So we've modified this a little bit out here today due to the conditions with the speeds and whatnot and the wind. We're not using the jump section of the Slopestyle course. It's just the rail section here. But guys, there's quite a few features to pick and choose from once you get started there.
Yeah, there's that quarter pipe on the left that looks really cool here, going for the 270. I mean, and the flat down, just the variety. Like, you got to have a couple days of practice to figure out a line through here, huh?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's definitely a pretty technical rail section, but it's awesome. Everyone's going to do different lines, so I think it'll provide for a pretty good show.
There's that backside 450, so like the biggest rail trick of the run right there. Big spin and good start. They're going to get 2 runs, so 2 chances. Now that Grace has put her run down, maybe next run we see her up the ante even more, so having fun with it. See some smiles.
Not a bad score to start things off with. She's going to check in with a 74.66 to get things started here. Again, this is the Slopestyle section of the Ski Team Challenge as we take it up to the top. And her counterpart here for Team Volkl, this is Nick Goepper. He was a Duke Cup champion at Slope in the 2013-14 season, just down the road in Breckenridge. Bronze medalist at the Sochi Olympics in Slopestyle as well.
Oh, the pretzel. Gotta love that one. I mean, who doesn't love a good pretzel? Little 1 foot. So many rails. If you take that far left line, he's getting like almost more slides in. There's that big wall ride we talked about.
Checking to that with a good clip of speed. Had some good pop right there. What's he going to finish off
I want to see a flip. Oh, the front side 630 pretzel though. He's stoked. That was a good run. That was super technical. I mean, going on that far left line. So he's got the backslide, the pretzel, the big switch 270, 630 at the end. So Team Volkl looking stoked. I like the rainbow rail. A little 270 on to backslide. There's the 450. So yeah, he got 5 rails in by hitting that line. Is that what it was?
I think so, and he got up on top of the wall ride, which is super impressive today with this
I was going to say, with the snow falling and the speed issues, that was pretty impressive for how hot he came into that wall ride.
Now, Nick is known for a lot of flips. I got to see, we saw Red Gerard in the past snowboard event bring the frontside rodeo out of that. I'd love to see the skiers bring some flips for me. I love seeing people go upside down.
You've got time before round 2. We get a commercial break in the middle, so you can text him. You can get in his head right now, Tom.
Hey, Nick, do flip. Do flip.
Plant the seed right now is what I'm telling you. 84.33 for Nick, so that's an impressive start right there for Team Volkl. Again, each team member, they're going to get 2 runs out here today. It is the better of your 2 runs that count. As we welcome in Team Faction out of Switzerland, this is Juliette Tano that's going to start first here for Team Faction. She competes normally in Slopestyle as well as big air events. Finished 5th place in Slopestyle out here Breckenridge 2018 at the Dew Tour.
A little early there on the front swap, but still time. A lot of rails in this setup to kind of show off some of the skills. Popping that one to switch. I like that little butter pad. We saw somebody from Snowboard jump over to the down rail.
I saw that. That was crazy.
That? Yeah.
I didn't even think that would be possible, but yeah, respect to him.
No, nice 450 out for Julia there at the end. Really smooth run, except for that bobble up top where she kind of came out sideways. I mean, still got to the end of that rail and pretty clean first run. And with 2 runs, still a lot of time to make an improvement on just that first hit. There's the front side switch up. Maybe hoping to, I'm not sure, bring it back to forward, or maybe she was hoping for the K-Fed on that first rail, but just coming off a hair early, so you can see in the slow-mo. I love how you can see the snow, like it's snowing out. It's going to be a full-on powder day here tomorrow at Goepper.
Yeah,
it's really coming down.
That's not even the worst of it. I mean, there's more of this coming tonight and into tomorrow, so.
Did you bring your powder skis, Evan, is the question.
Unfortunately, I did not, but I saw that Aaron Blanc was riding pipe skis or powder skis in the pipe yesterday, so maybe I can just grab them from him.
There you go.
All right, so she's going to look to clean that one up at the top of the run here when we get into round number 2. However, that'll put her in the mix with a 65.33 here. But now we turn it over to her teammate out of Park City, Utah. This is Alex Hall right here, coming off of a big air gold medal performance in X Games Norway back in September of 2019.
Also, the winner of the Steel City Showdown in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, most recently. Rail wizard, this guy, Alex Hall.
Also, probably the tallest guy in skiing right now.
Tallest guy in skiing, Evan says. I mean, how much taller than you is he?
I don't know. I guess I'll have to go back-to-back with him in the lounge and figure it out after this.
Google the official height stats on that here in the commercial break.
Wow. 270 on, front side 630 with the tail tap. So something Alex is really known for is like funky, creative rail tricks like that. We saw the backslide up top. We saw that tail tap down below. So really creative run from him. It's so fun to watch that kid ski on the rails.
See the replay on that one. He was coming out of that thing with a good clip of speed, went over the knuckle of the first landing and said goodbye to everybody.
I think here on this feature, doesn't he do the rail to the pad and then jump over to the, we were just talking about this, from the pad.
He does, yeah.
Does he make it? Oh, the lower pad though, lower pad. And then that 270 out at the end, that was the cool move. Yes, here it is, 270 out, watch as he jumps, gets the tail tap, all the way to 630.
I was going to say, he
Could
goes
be a
pretty
new
deep
high
into that
score.
landing. Well, the high mark to beat right now is an 84.33, so we'll have to see what the creativity does in the eyes of the judges. And we're to the 90s, boys, a 90.66 for Alex Hall. That is a monster score here in the first run, and that'll definitely help out the cause right there for Team Faction. Wow, that's a big score, and there's another round still to go. However, here in this opening round, we still have one more team to see here in the Slopestyle section of things. That is Team Atomic. This is Canada's Megan Oldham getting ready to take her first of 2.
They got a huge crowd at the top. None of the other teams had big team camaraderie up top.
That was impressive, yeah.
They've got some rally support up there. How did those people all get credentials?
Yeah, I mean, they can't all be athlete support, right?
Well, maybe they just took the hike up the hill.
Megan crushing it right now through the rails.
Oh, a little 360 out there. Smooth. Yeah, that 2.7 on was real nice. What she got on the final cannon rail? Frontside 450. She's a Canadian, huh?
Yeah.
You know Megan?
Yeah, I know Meg super well. She's new to the crew this year. She's on a mission right now. She's been absolutely crushing it, and I'm really excited to see where she goes over the next couple of years.
Young, right? 16, 17?
18 years young.
18, okay. Still, yeah. Just learned her name just this past summer up at Momentum Ski Camp. She was learning double cork 1080s. You were out there that day, I believe.
Oh yeah, that was super impressive. I saw it coming. I was just getting off the T-bar and I ran over to the side so I could make sure I saw her go her first time upside down twice.
There's that 450 at the end. So big clean run from Megan. Let's see where that kind of places that score. And then only one more athlete to go in this first run of 2 team challenge.
I think she's got the 630 on the bottom there too, so maybe next run.
I would like to see the 630.
So Megan Holden with an 84 flat, so that's going to slide her into third overall on the score tally here. So you got Alex Hall in that top spot with a 90.66, Nick Goepper with an 84.33, and now Megan in third with that 84. But hold the phone here. We've got Switzerland's Fabian Bush getting ready to drop here for Team Atomic, coming off of a bronze medal performance in slopestyle at X Games Aspen about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, the big super fed. And I spoke to this a bunch at X Games in Aspen. He is not necessarily always known for his rail skills, but he came out swinging at X Games, and I don't know if he's been training indoors or something, but
there you go. You want to flip it, you got it.
He must have got a text. Somebody texted him, huh? One more. Yeah, there we go. Misty flip 630.
Somebody's listening to the webcast. They're texting people saying, all right, Evan and Tom want to see some flips. Here's your moment.
That was a fun run. Yeah, he's really, I swear, he's excelled on the rails lately where I didn't know he was so good at them, and he's got consistency, technical stuff. Yeah, just on this first rail is a little squirrely with the backside 450 out, but forces it around, and then he gets
around the last
flipped.
little bit.
Pretty good recovery the rest of the run, though, I'd say.
Yeah.
And a couple flips in there.
I mean, 2 flips, and there's no jumps on course. He still managed to do 2 flips.
That's not a big drop at all off that little platform either.
Say, he had to tuck into that front flip right there. I mean, you don't have a lot of room to rotate that one around.
There's the Misty 630, so even getting the safety grab there at the end. I mean, fun little run there, Fabian. I like it.
All right, well, let's see what happens on the score side of things. Getting the high mark to beat Alex Hall with that 90.66, but Fabian's going to check in with a 75.66. That'll give them a team score of 159.66 as of right now.
Yeah, just a reminder, those scores are...
They're going to bounce around a lot as we roll through this out here this afternoon. We've got another round of runs. Then we still got 2 more sections to go through as well.
Oh, man. They're going to bounce around a ton. And, yeah, we're combining the men's runs with the women's runs for a total, and that's our standings right now. But, yeah, it's going to bounce around 2 more events after this slopestyle round anyway, so a lot more action to come.
Look at that tight grouping right there between Atomic and Volkl. I mean, 159.66 and a 158.99. So even with that big score there by Alex Hall, that still doesn't have his team in the top spot as of right now. But there's still 1 more round to go here on the slopestyle section of things. As of right now, it's Team Atomic in the lead. We'll see if they can hold on to that lead. We'll be back here at Copper Mountain Dew Tour 2020 with the conclusion of Ski Team Challenge Slopestyle section.
Dew Tour is brought to you by Mountain Dew. Do the Dew. Toyota. Let's go places. Safeway. Fresh foods, local flavors.
Welcome back to a snowy day out here at Copper Mountain for Dew Tour 2020. We are in the middle of the opening round of the Ski Team Challenge out here. 3 sections to compete on out here today. We've got Slopestyle, Modified Superpipe, and Streetstyle to come later on. But as of right now, we are set to kick off round number 2 out here on the Slopestyle section of things. But the weather's thrown us a bit of a curveball out here today. And, well, we've had to modify things a little bit. But as the saying goes, the show must go on. It's Team Atomic sitting in the lead as of right now. But we give each competitor one more round of runs. It's the better of your 2 runs that they take. Total your male and female competitor scores together for your team. That's your cumulative score that you're looking at as we roll through this competition out here today. So we start off round 2 with Grace Henderson.
Grace with that big 270 onto the first rail again. And yeah, it is snowing. There's a bit of a breeze, but now that we've kind of localized the course just to the jib section, it looks like these guys and girls are having a good time still on that section and not having trouble with speed.
Oh, no way.
Just gets hung up right there right as you said that.
I spoke too soon. Just jinxed her there with the coming off switch onto that little butter pad and then just sort of catching a snow snake, we call it. But maybe some of that fresh snow there on the takeoff just catching up on her. But I thought it was running really good until that one. We had pretty successful runs all the way through the event, and yeah, just a little snow snake there. Here she is, so popping out to switch on the butter pad and then just, yeah, maybe some fresh snow on the takeoff. I'm not sure, just kind of comes up a bit short and losing the ski.
Well, she's going to stick with that first run score that she had of a 74.66. And her teammate, Nick Goepper, he's got a decent first round score of an 84.33, doing some pre-run calisthenics right there. I like the energy. I like the vibe with everybody having a good time out here, not letting the weather conditions keep anybody down. Everyone seems to be having fun out there. And again, I mean, that's kind of the overall theme of this thing once we started doing the team challenge years back here at the Dew Tour. Just having a good time.
Yeah, it is a fun event. I mean, just bringing all the athletes together from different disciplines to cheer each other on, cheer for their respective brands, and I mean, that's nice to see them having some fun. I don't think those skis are too heavy, so I'm not sure how good of a workout that was, but...
Well, we're at high elevation. You got to pace yourself, Tom. You don't want to blow yourself out too early.
Yeah, he's just getting the muscles firing.
So Team Volkl having a rough go here in round number 2, so Nick Goepper is going to also have to settle for his first run score. Wow. Maybe things are getting a little loose up there.
That's a pretty simple move for him, too. The 2 pretzel 2, he nailed that one perfectly in the first run and just coming up short again. I mean, that was just a weird fall. I think maybe his shoulders were just a bit sore from the bench press. And
you're gonna blame it on the pre-run bench?
You got to blame it on something. I don't want to blame it on him.
Maybe tone it down a notch. Maybe do 1 ski next time.
Okay, so... couple bobbles there, but we still have 4 runs left to watch. I mean, let's take a look, slow this thing down. You can see the snow falling. He just kind of grips the rail. So when I say pretzel, it's because he's spinning out that opposite way of the way he spun on, but just, clipping the tip on the end of the rail. So just kind of a funky fall, but he knows to take it to the back. He had a shoulder injury at X Games where he dislocated his shoulder and kept skiing in the event. So I think he took it to the back there to be safe. And
yeah, that one takes a while to come back from. Once you dislocate your shoulder, that one takes a while to recover from. So it's Team Atomic sitting in that top spot with 159.66. And despite the slip-ups there by Team Volkl, they're still in second place right now. Despite the slip-ups in round 2, those first run scores were good enough to have them in that number 2 position. But here comes Team Faction once again, and Juliette Tano.
She had the bobble on this top rail in 1 run.
There you go. Much cleaner that time.
Yep, much cleaner. 270 out. There's the 270 on, off a bit early, but overall still a better run than that first run so far. Will we see the 630, Evan?
Ooh, I don't know. Maybe.
Let's see if she can get the grip. Oh, just going 450, staying safe, but a definite improvement on the switch up top. So,
well, this would be big. If she can get rid of that 65.33, her teammate Alex Hall had a 90.66 in that opening round, which is the highest run score we've seen in this entire part of the competition thus far.
Gets that grip, front side switch up. So if anything, it was the 270 on that was a little bit loose, came off maybe a hair early, but the rest of the run was super clean, including that 450 out at the end. Yeah, you could tell it's snowing, and she makes it through that one clean. I mean, just got to be light on your feet when there's snow out there like that. I mean, the rails can get a little sticky with the snow. Everything can get a little funky, but...
Look at that improvement, all the way up into the 80s. She bumps up to an 80 flat right there, so that will help out the cause big time. And again, going back to what her teammate Alex Hall put down in that first round of runs with a 90.66, that is going to help out the cause quite a bit. And we had some pretty tight groupings, so what that's done now is that puts Faction on top of things with a 170.66 overall. So a big second round run right there for Juliette Tano doing her part for Team Faction. That was big. And here comes Alex Hall again.
Really looking forward to see what he does this run. Maybe he'll switch it up, step it up, because he's already got a 90. So
yeah, I want to see something crazy.
May as well go for broke.
Call this one for us, Evan.
All right, here we go. Flat down rail, backslide, back swap, back two. That's a really hard one, so pretty impressive. You got it both times. Right lip two on there. Lip on front two. Oh, there you go. Much better than before. That's a little bit of a step up. Getting the tap again, that's really hard to do. He's got the smallest room for error on that, so that's insanely impressive. He got it 2 times.
Does she have a tattoo? Is Sarah Hoffman have a Faction tattoo? Is that what I just saw?
I mean, maybe we should start that rumor. I think so.
Wow, another tech run. I mean, well, there really wasn't any bobbles in that one. If anything, this right side lip too, he was like a little squirrely, but
came off the end still.
Yeah, I mean, he really did not mess up.
This guy's insane. He's definitely top 3 most talented rail skiers in the world right now, or just skiers in general. You put him on anything and he'll put on a good show.
Here's that trick at the bottom. So yeah, we got the live audio in that first one, and you can hear him tap, and it's so nice to see. I mean, like you were saying, Evan, it's so hard. He's moving pretty fast to get the spin and then actually tap like that, like to get that aim and the precision. It's such a fine, minute detail. It's pretty impressive that he got that 2 runs in a row.
Wait for the score to pop up here. He had a 90.66 the first go around. Gets an 87.66 this time, so he's going to stick with that run score. But, however, after what Juliette Tano put down, that puts the Faction crew in that top spot as of right now with a total of 170.66 points. But we still have 2 skiers left to go here in this section. Remember, it's 3 total sections out here in the Team Challenge. Starting it off for Team Atomic, once again, it's Megan Oldham out of Canada.
Really good on the rails. I mean, she had that 84 in run 1, so really it's Fabian's score, the 75, that's holding them back. If he can make a big improvement on his score, they could definitely step up and challenge Faction for that top spot.
Here we go. You think she's going to do the 630?
Let's see it. Oh, I think she wanted it, but was coming off the rail maybe a hair early. Smooth run, though, again. I mean, that could be an improvement on that 84, and then she's going to leave it up to her partner in crime here, Fabian, to try to make a big improvement on his score to help them jump up that leaderboard.
Take a look at it here in slow-mo as the snow continues to fall here at Goepper.
Really clean on the 270 here. And then just on that front side 450, I think was coming off a hair early. She wanted the 630. Should have texted her. Oh, the 360 off the pad. Very clean. Here's the final rail. So yeah, just coming off a hair early to that skier's left-hand side, dipping the edge and just still getting it clean off the end of the rail, but not quite locked like she would have wanted to maybe step up the rotation.
So as you mentioned, Tom, she had that 84 flat in round 1, and that is going to be the better of the 2, so she is going to have to stick with that first run score. So it all comes down to her Atomic counterpart here, Fabian Busch. He had a 75.66.
Oh, needs an 87 to take over the lead from Faction. So we're going to need a big run from him comparable to what Alex Hall did.
Maybe a couple more flips in the rail section.
More flips. Definite improvement there on the super fed on the first rail.
Oh, there too. Going backslide that time.
Where are these tricks coming from? Technical Fabian, we're going to have to start calling him. Oh! Oh, that's where we saw the front flip in the first round. So still managing to get across that butter pad, but not the same trick. Oh, there's the Misty 630. So I don't know. What do you guys think? 87, is that enough to help that team take over the lead?
I don't know. Maybe if he got the front flip off the pad, but that was a little bit of a slip up. He almost improvised, but I don't think that'll push him up to the top of the standings now.
Yeah, he did do the 2-7, came off a bit early. It sounded like he clipped the butter pad coming onto it. I heard like a little chunk and then not able to get the flip off, but still, I mean, all these tricks. He's got the super fed up top, so going 450 out of that one. He's doing this. This is the switch on K-fed, but only using one ski. So anytime you see these athletes just using one of the two skis, it's much harder to balance, much harder to grind each of the rails. Here, let's see, in slow-mo, we see he comes up just a bit short, and then he's kind of crooked on that butter pad, and where we saw the front flip, he just does a little helicopter, we would say.
There you go, yeah. That thing is very icy too, so it definitely doesn't feel good to slam into the front of it like that.
And there's the big Misty 630. So yeah, definitely a bobble there in the middle, but the run was overall way better than a 75. I got to imagine that bumps up his score, but it might not be enough to help their team take over the top spot.
Well, any little bit you can do at this point helps, because keep in mind, you still got modified Superpipe, and you've also got the Streetstyle section. And no, he's not.
I was
He's
wrong.
a couple of tenths of a point behind right there. So he too is going to have to stick with that first run score, and that's going to leave the Atomic crew with a 159.66 overall score, which is what they had at the end of round one. So the Slopestyle section of things is in the books, but how about the job by Juliette Tano and Alex Hall here in round number 2 to boost up to 170.66 total points here, guys.
They got a pretty hefty lead there, so that's got to make the rest of the team feel comfortable going into the next section.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm surprised. I thought Fabian was definitely going to step up there, but okay. Oh, so here's our ranking list.
So the ranking list right there, you see how it all pans out here on the Slopestyle side of things. We've still got Pipe and Street left to go as the snow continues to fall out here at Copper Mountain. So that's a wrap for Slopestyle. We're getting ready to head to Modified Pipe. What do you guys think about that one coming up?
That's definitely going to be interesting. The course looks amazing this year. It's definitely super tight and doesn't have much room for error, but I'm excited to see some different runs for a change in the halfpipe, and that's something that really excites me about Dew Tour is it's changing up halfpipe skiing, and I think that's kind of a good step for the future of it.
Yeah, I mean, it gets a little monotonous to see the same Superpipe over and over again, but customizing it and modifying it, there's some interesting stuff up there. I haven't been through myself, but I think we're going to see some really fun stuff, and especially even on a snow day, there's variety. That we're going to see slashes, maybe some hand plants. Hopefully those guys and girls will be having fun in there today.
Yeah, variety's the name of the game, and walking up here yesterday and just taking a look at that thing, I was like, okay, there's some interesting new elements there, so it'll be a good time. But that's where we go next after this is Modified Pipe, and then we wrap it all up on the street side of things. But 1/3 of the equation is down. We've still got 2/3 more to go out here in the Ski Team Challenge, but as of right now, it's Alex Hall and Juliette Tano that have set the bar, and they put their team in the top spot as of right now. So it's Faction sitting in the lead here at the end of section number 1, followed by Atomic, followed by Team Volkl. There's a lot of skiing left to go here in the Ski Team Challenge. Who walks out of here with top honors? We'll just have to wait and see, but stick around. When we come back, we'll have the Modified Pipe section.